and it dies quickly, then you need portable power, whether you're going to the beach or if you're going to the lake. Maybe you're going to that baseball game. Are you going to the concert? Do you need to use a rideshare service to be able to get back? Well, if your phone's dead, how are you going to call them? How are you going to book that ride? How are you going to be able to stay in touch with your loved ones to let them know that you're okay? This solves that. But that's for the phones, right? It goes so far beyond that. Maybe it's going to be recharging your headphones when you're on that flight or when you're taking the train into the city. Maybe this is what you're going to use in a power outage, which we have been experiencing here a lot in the last 2 weeks here in Pennsylvania. This comes to us from Limitless. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour. Now, as many of you know, I've been in the electronics world for a long time. When it comes to 10,000 milliamps, what we're used to seeing are big, thick charging packs. Here, now they're thinner. But what I love about Limitless is they also added on this silicone cover to the outside of it, so it feels super soft. And they gave you built in right here USB-C. You can actually plug into the side to be able to get out the micro USB and a lightning tip. So I've got an Apple phone that is a lightning tip phone. Mine is a USB-C. Both are now charging using the same device and 97% battery here. So look at that, two things charging at one time. Here it is in your black. We also have an Arctic blue that you can bring home, which is our most limited option. This one is the aqua. And then on QVC.com, we're going to show you our two additional colors that we have as well. There is a mauve that you could pick up, and that's going to be a beautiful pink with only 250 that remain there. And then a brown as well. That one there I think is that Arctic blue, and there is your brown. It's E326458, $44.98, or an easy pay of just $9 in order to bring this at home. Now, when we're talking about the way that we use this, let me take you on a little tour of the device. And honestly, it's gonna be a pretty quick tour here. But we're talking about fast charging. So what does that mean? These here are 20, and let me just confirm that that's right, 20-watt charging ports that we're talking about. Your traditional little brick that you have at home is 5. So this would be 4 times faster than what you're used to at home. Your plug, well, here's a USB-C. That's what I use with my phone. Any Android phone from 2017 and prior to would be using a micro USB. 2018 to today is using USB-C. Apple, USB-C was introduced in the Apple 15. So if you have a 15 or 16, you're using this. Well then, hold on a second. What if I have that older Android? Well, look what I can do here. I can plug this into the side. That's gonna activate the adapter that we have, and I will be able to then take out that USB micro that you have right there. And now I can charge up my older Android phones. Or maybe your cosmetics. A lot of cosmetic devices use that micro USB. That is built right into the side of that little port. It's got its own little case that you simply just live right in there and you plug it back in when you're done. Okay, well, what about lightning tip people? Right here. On this side, it's built in. So now you never need to worry about even carrying any wires with you because you have 3 of the most popular little charging tips that are built into this. But I know what you're saying. Okay, that's great. But what about when I want to charge my Apple Watch on the go? That's where I show you the base of this. Because down here, you have 2 additional ports, a fast charging USB and a USB-C. These are both USB out ports. What that means is you can plug in maybe your Apple Watch charger into either of these, because depending on the year that you have your Apple Watch will determine the port that you use. But we give you both. Now what's that button in the middle? That button there, when you hold that down, that's going to activate the flashlight that's on the back. So when you think about this from an emergency standpoint, to be able to have this in your car at all points so that when you need to have that extra little battery, you have it. I'll tell you a story about my dad. My dad, we got him a charger to put in his car at all times. He didn't listen and sat on the counter for a long time. We kept saying, you got to put in your car, you got to put in your car. Well, guess what happened? He was on a road trip on his way to Virginia and his car completely died on the side of 95. He had, of course, 7% battery on his phone. And we were up against the clock to try and get a tow truck he had to call for us to be able to see where he was at. I was able to actually pin his location with the small remaining battery that he had to be able to get him to go. He had to go over a trench thing, get into a store that was a quarter mile down the road to be able to get help, to get a charger and whatnot. His laptop did have some battery to it, so I told him to plug a charger into that. So that was his saving grace that got him to like 20-25% battery. But I'll tell you what, the panic that was not just with him, but with me and my mom and my brothers when my dad, we knew, didn't have the charger with him, and he's stuck on the side of the road and his phone is dying, and he's in Virginia and we live in Pennsylvania. That was a moment that I don't think anybody wants to experience. Do you have a new driver in your life? Get this for them. Do you have somebody who's off to college this year? Get this for them. Or do you just want to bring this at home because you are as busy as I am and you're constantly on the go, and there's times that you leave the house at 7:30 in the morning and then you're coming back 7:30 at night, and it's that long day and your phone just isn't going to last the day? That's when you bring Limitless at home. That's when you bring home a battery power and a battery pack that has 10,000 milliamp hours, that has fast charging to it, and that is on a $9 easy pay. Everything that we use right now is battery. Whether it's our phones, if it's our headphones, if it's a digital thermometer to be able to check on the temperature of your food that you're grilling, it's probably rechargeable. And this is the way in which you're able to recharge it. Do you have flameless candles at home that are rechargeable? Do you have holiday decor that is rechargeable? You name it, you've got it. And we give you all the ports that you need to be able to charge everything back up from a family-owned company that's based in Chicago, Limitless. Super popular here at QVC, and we were so grateful that they were able to give us this on a great sale price of $44.98 or $9 on an easy pay. 5 different color options. You've got the black, Arctic blue, the aqua. There's also a mauve and a brown as well. It's E326458. Okay, that's going to do it for me here tonight. Up next, Melissa McGough, I see over there in the corner with some cuddle duds. Now, I'm going to be back up at midnight on QVC with something super special that's also going to clean your house. I wonder what that is. You'll have to tune in and find out. Coming up at midnight. I'll see you then. Bye.